Hey guys, it's Michael and Yemisi. Today we're back in New Delhi. It's our last day and we wanted to have a solo day where we did all the things we didn't get to see. There's beautiful ancient structures, incredible tombs, really delicious food, and a whole lot more, so let's get right into it. Happy Independence Day from New Delhi.
Today is Independence Day in India, and funny enough, today is also Independence Day in South Korea.
But we are not in South Korea for the first time in a long time. We are in India, and so we're gonna walk around today, explore. It's gonna be a chill day. A lot of things aren't open or they're open late. People are out celebrating. There shouldn't be a lot of traffic, so it's just gonna be a nice chill day, our last day in India. And we're gonna start it with some delicious specialty coffee and chocolate.
Let's go.
Our first stop today is Savorworks. This is a coffee and chocolate roastery. We always go to specialty coffee shops. Today is our first fully self-planned day, so we had to start with coffee. So I actually have really high hopes. Yemisi got a pour-over chocolate, and I got a pour-over coffee, so we're just gonna have to see how it is.
Chocolate is really rich, and it's really interesting watching them have a chocolate filter. So I've had specialty hot chocolates before in several countries now. It's really good, but also this is a chocolatier, so I shouldn't be surprised.
Probably the first time Yemisi has ever had a coffee experience where she's not drinking coffee, but it's similar quality to me, which is fun. But this is also my first time drinking Indian beans. It smells amazing. Wow. Obviously they know what they're doing here. Like, it's really light roast and it's really balanced. It's quite sweet, very high quality roast, very high quality pour over, and it tastes incredibly good. Okay, that was really good. Now we're going to go out into the city and see some more historical sites.
Luckily, because today's Independence Day, a lot of the streets are closed. So right now in New Delhi, we're experiencing no traffic, which is super nice for once.
All right, we've made it to our next stop, which is Agrasen Ki Baoli. This is an ancient stepwell just in the middle of the city. Like, the Parliament House is, I think, like 5 minutes from here, just in the middle of the neighborhood.
And we got welcomed with showers.
It's okay, the rain is actually kind of adding to the vibe, and it should blow over pretty soon. It shouldn't last that long. Thankfully, we brought umbrellas today. In our other Delhi video, we talked about how on our tour, there were some like issues. They didn't take us to everywhere we wanted to go, and they took us to some places that we didn't want to go, that we kind of felt were a little sketchy. This is actually the main photo that was for that Get Your Guide listing. So we thought we were coming here, but they didn't take us here. So we took ourselves here. So we're just gonna sit here and wait for the rain to blow over, maybe take some cool photos. Hopefully it stops. Okay, I did some of the research that our guide would have done, and I guess this is a stepwell built in the 10th century, but even when there's no rain, it holds water because it's so deep. This one's about 5 stories deep. That's really all there is here. It's just like this small little area in the middle of the city, but it's definitely worth visiting, especially right now because there's no people here because of the rain and Independence Day, so I'm glad we came. It's actually kind of a vibe.
Even though it's raining, it's really not that bad. The rain is bad, but the experience is not bad at all. Michael was reminding me, you know, like he said earlier, that this is used as a well, so it is cool to see how it's going through. You really have to keep your eyes peeled and make sure, you know, you put the directions in exactly, because you can't see this above ground since we're in the ground.
All right, we've arrived at our next stop, which is Safdarjung Tomb.
This tomb is very different compared to the other tombs that we've seen. It kind of seems like a palace.
I'll tell you a little bit more about the history later, but this is another one that is common on tours, and we just wanted to see it because we have a lot of extra time today. I think it's a little bit smaller and just not quite as famous, but honestly, as soon as we walked in, I was really impressed. The architecture is very extravagant, and the grounds are really nice. There's a lot of greenery here.
It's really nice sometimes to try Delhi solo travel without a guide. I just feel like today is a lot easier, especially since it's Independence Day.
All right, let's go explore. So as the name would suggest, this is the tomb of Safdarjung. He has like this really long name, but that's what everyone called him. He was a really powerful politician, and I think basically like the second in command for a while during the end of the Mughal Empire. A lot of people try to choose between this tomb and Humayun's tomb, but they're actually quite different since this is like late Mughal Empire. It's built with a slightly different vibe. It's mostly built out of brown sandstone with the red sandstone as like the accent and big chunky pieces of the white marble. Whereas Humayun and a lot of the other early Mughal architecture that we've seen is like the red sandstone with like really intricate marble details. This one's definitely not as popular, but honestly, I really like it. It has a pretty different vibe. Inside, the ceilings are all carved with really angular detailing. It's very cool to look at. But yeah, the tomb area itself is one of my favorites. You can like see kind of through to the other chambers. Really interesting to look at.
It continues to be really interesting how India, especially specifically New Delhi, has all these sites. You have Old Delhi and New Delhi, which has a lot of historic things, but they're all very spread out and they all have different historic and religious meaning. And it feels like you're stepping into a different part, because once you're out in the street, it's all hustle and bustle, but when you're here, it's really calm. We just arrived to Qutb Minar. To get tickets, you have to go across the street, and luckily they have a foreigner line, and usually there's not many people in the line, and you can use card or cash, and you get a token. Once you get a token, you go across the street, and then you give it to the security guard, and you'll get your bags checked. Anyway, we're just adding to the list of the amazing minars that we've seen. This one is really different as it's made out of stone, and this is one of the oldest things that we've seen in India.
This is yet another one of the places they were supposed to take us on our tour, but they did not. So forgive me if my history here is a little bit lacking. This is the oldest thing we've seen in New Delhi. Just near here is Lal Kot, which is the original settlement in the Delhi area. And this complex and the Minar were built, I think, in the 12th century. So that's like 300 years or something before the Mughal Empire. So very different architecture style than we've seen so far. As you can see, this is all sandstone, no marble. There's red sandstone. The Minar has like these really intricate carvings, which are really pretty. And it's surrounded by these pillar areas. There's like a large tomb. There's a mosque here as well. I did not know how big this complex is. There's all sorts of stuff here. This, I think, used to be a madrasa, which is like a Muslim school, and we saw a lot of those in Uzbekistan.
But right now, this is where everybody is at. Like, the line for Indians is so long. Really interesting, because I don't think we've been to a place where it's majority Indians and not a lot of foreigners. So it has to be not just popular for us, but for the public as well.
We're in the last section now. Finally, this ground is way bigger than I thought it was. This is another minar that was unfinished. I think it started construction about 100, 200 years after the first one. It was meant to be like double the size, but it is unfinished because the guy who started it died. The other one's like a good 100 meters tall or something. It's like huge. So I don't even know what this one looked like if this was here. Maybe this would be the wonder of the world instead of the Taj Mahal. But
you can easily walk around here for a long time. Like Michael said, this place is really huge and there's lots of different corners that you can go to.
We've actually been out for quite a while at this point. We've seen a lot today. So I think we're gonna go to another coffee shop and just chill out for a little bit. We stopped by Quick Brown Fox Coffee Roasters.
Another specialty coffee shop that sells Indian beans.
This place looks amazing. If you don't know, Quick Brown Fox is a reference to typography. It's pretty nerdy, so I have faith that they take great care with design and things like that.
We got a broccoli and kale bowl because we have been lacking vegetables and my body really wants that right now, so I'm excited to have some veggie intake. We arrived at our last outdoor stop in New Delhi. This is Lodhi Park, and it's a free outdoor park that's just great for public spaces. So if you want to have like a picnic or walk around and see some botanical things, it's pretty huge.
This, I think, is a colonial British park that was kind of built around various temples and tombs and things like that. So the park is like, got a ton of gardens and green spaces and parks, like she said. You can just like explore some history and enjoy some nature. This park is absolutely massive, and it's really strange how there's just like all these historical sites just kind of like sitting there in the middle of like what otherwise would be a completely normal park.
It's really weird that Delhi has like all these green spaces just everywhere. There's so many places just to like chill.
And every single street is just covered in trees. I just wasn't expecting that. This here is a tomb. Unfortunately, not all of them are really kept all that maintained. There's definitely like chunks of stone missing or carvings that are broken. If you just want a place to hang out and, you know, just enjoy some nice architecture, this is totally fine.
Even though it's not summer, it's very humid in this rainy season. So I'm thankful that there's no sun, but the humidity is getting extreme, and you can probably see me sweating buckets right now. But we're just gonna finish up and just take a few more pictures and just take one more final look at the park. And then I think we're gonna go chill inside in the mall and cool off.
We just been walking around the mall, just cooling off, and I came out on the balcony and I noticed behind me you can see an area with a denser neighborhood, and it is just full of kites. Kids fly kites on Independence Day, and it is just, the sky is covered in kites. In our food tour yesterday, we went past the kite market in Old Delhi where they're selling all these kites. And now all of them are being flown up in the air. There's got to be 100 just in one view. But anyways, now we're going to this little boba tea place called Harajuku. We're going to get some poppy boba because we're really thirsty.
We got boba at the mall, Harajuku. And I haven't had like fruit tea boba in a long time. It's really funny because Korea has a lot of boba, but I don't really get it because I shouldn't waste all my money on that. We got to make our own boba. So this is jasmine tea with passion fruit syrup and mango popping boba. Do you feel the Japanese?
No. I don't know how I could possibly make this feel any less like Japan. Well, that was a fun mall adventure, and now we have come back to our hotel one last time to pick up our bags, and then we are going to go to a really nice restaurant that I'm very excited for before we head to the airport.
We're in Bukhara, which is a restaurant at one of the nicest hotels. Bill Clinton and Obama ate here. Here, they have the world's largest naan. Funny enough, when I was researching Uzbekistan, I found this restaurant because, you know, Bukhara, but it wasn't in Bukhara, Uzbekistan. It was actually in New Delhi. And look at us now. We are in New Delhi, gonna eat the world's largest naan.
Oh, jeez. Wow.
Enjoy your meal.
What do you think? Let's try. This is really delicious. We got the dal, which is cooked overnight, along with some chutney and some yogurt with their veggies, and it is incredible. It's exactly what you would want it to be. The naan is really good as well. It's actually not as daunting as it would look. Yemisi said that we're American, so we can do it, and I agree. This is not that bad. We're halfway through. How are you feeling?
I feel determined. I haven't gotten to the point where I feel full yet. To me, it's like Indian version taco night because we just got sides.
The staff were all a little bit shocked that 2 people were going to try and eat this. I thought that was maybe a normal thing, but apparently no. That doesn't happen frequently. This is my last bite. I'm done. I tapped out. Yemisi tapped out. I thought, man, we didn't eat all that much. It's still pretty big. This thing was like the size of like 7 naans or something.
I want to be able to eat naan again in the future, so I decided to not get myself sick, but I think I did a pretty good job.
All right, we're at the airport and we are trashed.
We're full and tired and ready to go to bed. Delhi, you have been definitely the most interesting city and capital that we ever been to. It was an experience, and we hope you guys stay tuned on our next adventure.
Bye. We look like crap.